This is a tree. The trunk of it, that's your core values. These are your principles, your pillars that when you're 80 years old, you're still going to find them important. And the sooner you can figure out what those are, the better you'll be able to achieve the success that you want long term. So from the trunk of the tree, right? It's never too early. It's never too late to start to figure these out. The first time that you do it is never going to be perfect. It's going to be far from it. But you start on that journey of over time, every time you come back to it, getting more clear and clear on truly it is. What is it that you value? And it's super normal to value different things at different stages of your life. Although if you can find those core pillars, or you can listen to someone and have a mentor that is where you want to be. That way you can see what they value, as our values are written over everything that we do in hindsight. From the trunk of the tree, it has those big branches. Those big branches are the big projects, the big priorities that are taking your time, taking your resources, and you're making progress in them. Those big branches have smaller branches going off of it. Those are the actions that ought to be taken to achieve the results, and the results, that is the fruit at the end of the branch. If you can imagine, it would be here. This fruit can be juicy or it can be bitter. It might have seeds that you're super eager to grow, or it might have seeds that you have been trying to work on season after season. So your result, that is the fruit. And within the fruit, what we have is seeds. And the seed within the fruit, that's the beliefs and the mindsets that you hold that are creating it. And a lot of times people will try to tell you to change the beliefs and change the mindsets. Although tackling it from there is oftentimes super difficult, as opposed to you can look at the whole and you can see that, hey, here's the trunk. Let me actually figure out what my trunk is. That way I build from a really, really strong foundation. That way then my big projects or what I'm spending my time doing is actually aligned with what I want to be doing. And that way all of the actions that I'm taking, all the smaller branches that I have, those actions are intentional. That way the fruit that I'm growing is really the fruit that I want. And it's not only the fruit that I want today, it's going to be the fruit that I'll want when I'm 80 if I do this right. And that fruit, by the way, if you've been planting season after season, year after year, decade after decade, and you're not getting the fruit that you want, then you have to find someone who has the fruit that you do want, because you've been walking in the dark for too long. You have to have someone that can show you what's worked for them. That way you can at least have a way of getting to where you want to go. And then it's much better to create adjustments along the way, as opposed to trying to design the entire thing yourself, because each of our biggest risks are our unknown unknowns, which are things that we didn't even know that we needed to consider, which is why potentially the reason that you're not getting the fruit that you want is something so small. It's something that you're just unaware of, and if you were aware of it, you would have just done it and you would have gotten what you wanted. Within the fruit, right, we have the seed, which are the beliefs, which are the mindsets, and those mindsets and those beliefs, those impact our actions, those guide our values. And if we have not articulated our values, then how do we even know what they are? Why are you doing what you're doing? And these might seem like big questions, but these are great questions to start thinking about. That way you start living a more intentional, more impactful, more successful, more rich life in a way that is truly aligned with you.